Welcome back to Bow News Network. We are actually tracking remnants of Hurricane Nicholas, now forecasted to be a tropical depression. So it is now Tropical Depression Nicholas. It's actually bringing a lot of havoc in the form of rain and flash flood advisories all throughout the southeast, primarily regions from Morgan City all the way through to Panama City. So it's actually affecting all the way from Louisiana through to the panhandle of Florida. We're going to take a closer look and see what the ramifications of Tropical Depression Nicholas as it makes its way into the region. It's only going at about 30 miles per hour, but projected to bring an additional 3 to 6 inches of rainfall in the region. If you're new to this channel, Bound News Network, please by all means go ahead and subscribe and like and share this video. So as we take a closer look at Tropical Depression Nicholas, we can clearly see on our Doppler radar here that it's actually making its way through the region. Flash flood advisories have been set up all the way from Morgan City through to Panama City, and this system is just bringing a significant amount of precipitation to the region. It's still centered a little bit closer to the region of off the coast of near Louisiana, but as we can see, it's far-reaching all the way up to Columbus and Montgomery, Georgia, with scattered thunderstorms, and we see those really powerful supercells off the coast. So we're really concerned about the nature of this tropical depression and what it means to the to residents who have been plagued by Hurricane Ida, who were trying to pick up the pieces from Hurricane Ida, and now they have to actually deal with the ramifications of Tropical Depression Nicholas, a very wet and high precipitation disturbance. But that is not only what's actually going to be happening in the tropics. Here in our About to Weather report, we're actually tracking the tropics also. And we can see things have actually picked up quite a bit. We have Tropical Disturbance 1, which in all likelihood looks like it's going to be a system that we're going to be reckoning with in the next week or so. But right now, it's just a few hundred miles to the southwest of Cabo Verde Islands. It has a 90% probability of forming into something major as far as cyclonic development. So we're going to keep our eye on that one. As far as Tropical Depression 2, we are monitoring it in the Atlantic. At this particular time, based on its path and the forecasting models from NOAA, we do anticipate that this will probably just bring a significant amount of high surf to the mid-Atlantic and the northeast states as it kind of veers off away from land. And then there's only a 20% chance at this particular time of tropical disturbance number 3, and that is about a few hundred miles to the southeast of the Cabo Verde Islands. So we're definitely watching the tropics at this time here at Bound News Network to see the latest developments. Here we are in the peak of the hurricane season, and basically the tropics map for the Atlantic is lit up with 4 different disturbances that we're actually tracking at this time. So it is definitely picking up. With respect to the continental United States, we do see some relatively heavy thunderstorm activity in the region of the northeast. And with that said, we can actually see those showers across Pennsylvania, upstate New York, Allenstown, into New Hampshire and Maine and Vermont. And of course, we see remnants of Nicholas there, plaguing the region of, as we had mentioned, Montgomery and Columbus, in the region of Georgia as well as Mississippi, still bringing a significant amount of potential rain to the region of Louisiana and southeastern Louisiana, which is not very good considering hundreds of thousands of residents are still plagued by lack of utilities such as electricity and other basic everyday services that we have come to take for granted. So our hearts are definitely with the residents of Louisiana as they try to handle this storm. If we take a look at some of the special from our storm prediction center, some of the watches, we are seeing that marginal risk for regions such as New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Maryland, Boston, as well as Washington. We can clearly see it on our Doppler radar at this particular time, with those showers extending all the way from Harrisburg all the way up to Strankton, and it's going to be a wave of supercells that are going to be sweeping up through the region. We are watching it. We do see some local spotter reports as far as tropical storm-like gust winds in the region just west of Baltimore and Washington, D.C. And we do see some potent supercell thunderstorms to the west of Washington, D.C. also, and significant rainfall reported just west of Harrisburg. So we're going to continue to monitor the Doppler radar, not only for the region of the Northeast, but also for the region of Louisiana, as well as the panhandle of Florida, as we continue to monitor this system moving through Tropical Depression Nicholas. We do see that flash flood advisory for Pennsylvania. We anticipate as the system slowly creeps across at 2 miles per hour, possibly additional flash flood advisories will be issued for possibly regions closer to Mobile, Alabama, and into the northern panhandle of Florida, possibly even a special marine advisory along the coast near Panama City is possible also. But we'll continue to monitor the situation there as it develops with Tropical Depression Nicholas. It just basically has to burn itself out eventually. Nothing can be said as far as anything more can be said as far as the amount of deep moisture. It's pretty much lacked a lot of the convection that we had anticipated, but it's still going to be bringing a significant amount of rainfall, 3 to 6 inches to some of the localities in that region, possibly as much as 10 inches of rain to some of the areas that is actually in the region of Pensacola, Dothan, as well as Troy. So we're going to continue to monitor the situation here as we move forward into the night and into tomorrow. As far as temperatures are concerned, we do anticipate sort of a cooling off trend eventually, in the first to be felt as a shift in the jet stream will be the Pacific Northwest. But we do see those high temperatures, mid 90s in southwestern Arizona, which is severely plagued by drought, and we do see the mid 90s in the region of central California. Of course, they're still dealing with wildfires in that region, and also we do see some upper 80s in Florida and along the mid-Atlantic coast states. But we do see that clear boundary line of Tropical Depression Nicholas as it makes its way through the region of Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia. And of course, it's anchored right now in the region of Louisiana. If you do see those sea surface temperatures, they're well in the zone of fueling, helping to provide additional fuel for potential development as far as influx of deep moisture into that system, which is just going to increase the chance of additional rainfall in the region of Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. So here we are, and we'll continue to monitor the region here at Bound News Network with respect to this system moving its way through into the region of Louisiana as well as Mississippi. We do want to thank all of our subscribers for reaching out to Bound News Network for the latest information regarding Tropical Depression Nicholas, as well as escalating thunderstorm activity in the Northeast. Please stay tuned to Bound News Network for the latest information and our latest Tropics and the weather report and our bow to the weather report here at Bound News Network. We appreciate all of our subscribers tuning in, and of course always remember to bow to the weather, and we thank you for tuning in to Bound News Network for the latest information as far as developments with Tropical Depression Nicholas, as well as developments with respect to thunderstorm activity in the Northeast, and our ongoing watch of the tropics, where we see at least three tropical disturbances that we're monitoring for possible development. We are keeping our eye on tropical depression number one, most notably, as we move forward, anticipating additional development only in a matter of a few days, with the possibility of becoming our next hurricane. So we are taking a look at the high probability of tropical disturbance 1 and 2 for most likely development into a more powerful system as far as cyclonic development. Well, thank you for watching Bow News Network. We do appreciate you tuning in for our latest Bow to the Weather report, and have a great day. And always remember to bow to the weather and click that notification bell so that you will get notified when we go live with our next live weather report. Have a great day.